Hi folks, welcome back to 999. Last time we completed the study and also heard Seven's somewhat harrowing tale of his rescue of most of the children aboard the original Nonary game.
I would say decidedly harrowing.
Yeah.
Like that was a lot. And like we have found that things are Junpei is having epiphany after epiphany right now, and his brain is sort of like tesseracting in on itself.
Yep. Also, Akane is dead.
Akane is dead. Question mark? Like something is extremely off. I was also going to mention last time, because we were talking about the fact that there were 16 kids that Seven was looking into that were missing, but there were 18 kids in order to run the experiment. Mm-hmm. So there's one other kid that is like that
other than Akane. We know Akane wasn't on the roster.
Akane wasn't on the roster, and there's someone else that wasn't on the roster. Maybe that's Zero. I don't know. Also, if Akane and Aoi Santa are siblings, they should not have been in the same facility together. They should have been split. Weird. Like
because
Akane...
like Clover and Snake were split because the whole concept is that these were sibling pairs
that
showed, telepathic or morphogenetic resonance.
Right.
And therefore, like, why were these two siblings in the same ship? We don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That's sort of, I feel like that would nullify the results of, that would mess up the experiment. Mm-hmm. Like that, which seeing how much of a shit Ace is, like, I can totally see that as like just an oversight because he's bad. Like
that is possible. Although he put together the whole Nonary game, but I guess he didn't. He didn't do anything.
No, I mean, what's his face?
The ninth man.
Kubota. Kubota?
I believe that's right.
Kabuta. He was the one that designed the experiments, and I'm assuming he designed the puzzles and the running of it.
Yeah.
So someone fucked up, or it was intentional, and that's really weird.
Yeah.
So anyway, things are all weird. And the other thing is, like, the game's over. We've hit 6:00,
but we're still alive.
It seems like
the ship might be going down.
The supposed ship is going down. There's water coming from somewhere.
Well, at minimum, we can confirm that the Nonary game 9 years ago was on an actual ship.
Yes, they literally did
skip from a real ship that was out at water. So.
Yeah, at least the one on, like, they did the one half on the ship, and then the other one was on the replica in Nevada. Yeah, so...
I don't know.
Fascinating. All right, let's continue.
The door opened and they stumbled into the library.
Huh. I think the shaking stopped.
It would seem so, but we are yet to be out of danger. You're right. Let's hurry.
They ran across the hallway.
This exit needs the Uranus card, too.
Straight for the large metal door. Next to the door was the Uranus card reader.
Hey, Junpei.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, things are still working.
They slid which it was a concern with the ship going down. They slid the card through and the door rumbled open.
All right.
Or
it's open. Let's go.
What could have happened was the game was over, nothing works anymore. That was another thing I was thinking, is like once you hit 6:00, then like, well, the game's over, like you can't use any of the devices anymore. So that would have been really shitty. Mm-hmm. That could still be the case, but
this is working, so.
But this is working, yeah.
Out of the library and into the hallway they ran. At the end of the hallway was a door. Junpei reached into his pocket to pull out the key as he ran towards it.
Okay, Neptune key. Let's see if you work.
He turned it.
Yes! I think it unlocked.
The lock clicked. As one, they shoved the door open and poured through it.
Into the incinerator.
In front of them was another giant metal door. We knew they connected again.
Yep.
Above it was a metal plaque.
It says incinerator, so this is the incinerator.
Oh yeah,
this is the first time I've seen it from this side, but yeah.
This is the first time Junpei's
so.
been here in this timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Then there ought to be a lever near the door. Yeah, right here.
Junpei ran up to it.
Pull that and the door should open. Got it.
As he spoke, he pulled the lever.
Are we going in to the incinerator?
Looks like it.
Oh, Jesus.
That's where the next 9 door is.
I know, you have to.
The motor in the door groaned as it slowly ground open. There was no time to waste.
Let's go.
Do we have the numbers? Can we Like,
Yeah, we've already opened a 9 door.
That's
The
true.
real question is where the other group that add up to 9 have gone.
That's right. Yeah, we
Yeah.
have no idea.
Have they gone through the exit? Are they escaped? Where are they?
Well, we
What's
do
going
know
on?
we do know that the 2 9 doors eventually lead to the incinerator room, don't they both? Because
Yeah. I know, but then there's a second 9 door.
All right, so they could have already gone through.
Yeah.
They likely have.
If you
already
have the
gone
numbers
through.
to get through one 9 door, you have the numbers to get through another 9 door.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
As soon as the door had opened far enough to admit them, all 4 dashed through.
Wait. And then in Seven's recounting, there were there were lots of kids that ended up in here in the incinerator room.
Yes, and
So-
all of them that added up to 9 left.
Okay, but that means that the rest of them had to have come through the other 9 door to get to this incinerator room. How could they all have gone through?
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, that's a little weird to me. Like, how did those other kids that did not have a digital root of 9 come with them?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a little weird. Huh.
Then suddenly, there before them were the 4 who they'd parted from earlier.
Okay, they made it in. All right.
Ace and Lotus stood in front of the number 9 door.
Oh, shit.
Santa was curled into a ball against the wall of the incinerator, holding his stomach.
Oh, shit. Shit's been going down?
Yeah, and then there was June. She sat slumped against the wall, exhausted.
What the hell is going on?
Junpei ran towards June. He skidded to a stop in front of her and knelt down.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Her face was pale, and her lips were dry.
No, she's looking sick again. Yeah.
When she spoke, he could barely hear her.
Jumpy, you came to get me.
Of course I did. I made a promise.
I'm so glad you're here. So glad.
She mumbled the same words over and over weakly. Junpei could feel his heart breaking.
Hey, what happened to you?
I'm fine. I just fainted. I wasn't feeling very good. I'm feeling a lot better now, though.
Are you sure?
Yes. I just need to rest a little longer. I'm sure I'll be fine. You shouldn't worry about me.
Another theory, but I don't want to keep interrupting. I'm sorry.
She was looking toward Santa. Junpei turned to look as well.
Santa.
Santa grimaced, his face contorted in pain. Seven grabbed him by the collar and roared at him.
Hey, where is it? Where's the gun? You hide it somewhere?
Despite himself, a grunt of pain escaped Santa's lips as Seven shook him.
I don't have it. I got sucker punched and they took the gun.
What? Who took it?
What? Isn't that obvious?
I wonder who has the gun
I
now.
took the gun.
Yeah.
Fuck! He always ends up with the gun. He always ends up with the gun.
God damn it.
Here we are again.
Ace.
He did indeed have the revolver in his hand.
God damn it.
It was pressed against Lotus's temple. Ace had her pinned to him with his other arm, and she was shaking visibly. Her fiery attitude was gone, replaced by fear. She didn't dare speak. There was sweat on her forehead, and when her eyes weren't flicking up to the gun pressed against her, they seemed to desperately want to say something.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say Gentaro Hongo, CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Seven's deep baritone rumble shook the walls. Ace sneered.
You have me at a disadvantage, and I don't like that. You know me, but I don't know you. Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain?
Okay.
The pain of prosopagnosia, right?
Junpei's voice was casual.
I mean, that does suck. Having prosopagnosia sucks. I don't want to, diss anybody that has prosopagnosia.
No, but he also killed a child.
But he killed a child.
So,
and we know that he will kill another person.
Yep.
Or has already killed another person.
Yeah.
Has killed 2 other people.
Also, Junpei's being so casual
I
about
know.
his info polls now. I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Another irritating. And how do you know that?
Good question.
He's not going to tell you.
I couldn't say he just knew. Another inexplicable mystery.
No matter.
Huh.
If you don't want to answer, it makes no difference to me. This is a waste of time anyway. It's time for me to go.
Behind Ace, Junpei could see the red. It was placed in the small indentation on the wall. Quickly, Ace placed his hand on the scanner.
First is 1. Give me your hand.
It beeped, and he forced Lotus's hand onto it as well.
8. And with this...
Then, at last, he reached into the pocket of his jacket. He pulled something out and pressed it against the panel. There's the 9th bracelet. The 3rd asterisk appeared on the red.
9.
Yep. And that's when he reveals it here for us, yeah.
The thing he had used for the final verification was the bracelet with the number 9.
The ninth
Yep.
man. Kubota's bracelet.
Yep.
Yep.
I believe I've won this game.
His smirk made Junpei's blood boil.
I've had quite a time playing with you. I must thank Zero, I suppose.
Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is.
Huh.
Junpei's eyes flicked towards Santa. He hadn't moved since they entered the room. Santa was still holding his stomach and groaning as if in immense pain.
I think that really confirms that Santa is not Zero.
Although Ace doesn't know anything.
That's true. Ace is an idiot. Like, he doesn't know anything, and his prosopagnosia doesn't help either.
Yeah,
so,
but that's
yeah.
not the main. Like, the main thing is that Ace just wildly underestimates his foes constantly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the very clear sign of a sociopath. Like, someone that thinks that he's in total control and constantly overestimates their abilities and underestimates everyone else. Like, it's so clear cut. Yeah.
Junpei wasn't sure if it was real pain or if he was, but he wasn't sure if it wasn't either. Sorry, Junpei wasn't sure if it was real pain, but he wasn't sure it wasn't either.
Yeah, he could be like putting up an act and waiting to make a move. Yeah. Yeah.
At any rate, this game ends now. I will escape, and the rest of you will have a slightly less pleasant ending. I suggest you enjoy your final moments. Goodbye.
Okay.
Wait!
Piece of shit.
Ace, of course, paid no heed to Seven's request and laid hold of the lever on the red. With a sickening sense of finality, he pulled it down.
Fuck. It doesn't work because those numbers aren't what they are, and it's not the digital root of 9.
What? Why isn't it opening?
Well,
Right?
No.
It should have worked before.
it did work before. The first time he opened a 9 door, he was able to open it with the 9th man's bracelet, his own bracelet.
That's true.
Yeah.
One more time.
Lotus tried to take advantage of Ace's confusion and managed to twist herself out of his grasp, but... Ooh. Ah!
Ow. Ow, ow, ow.
At the last second, he grabbed hold of her wrist and shoved it into the red.
Now open!
He waved the number 9 bracelet over the red, and then his own bracelet as well.
Oh, yeah, a full body shot of Lotus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're seeing what everybody looks like. Yeah.
He pulled the lever a second time.
Nope.
No! What is this? Why? That digital root should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Ace's fury and confusion had overridden all other thoughts. He had set down the revolver.
What a dumbass! Oh my god!
He was just below the red.
Now!
Oh,
Seven chose that moment to act.
yes.
He moved far faster than a man of his bulk should have been able to, and he launched that bulk straight at Ace.
Fuck yes, 7! The best! Take him the fuck out.
It was over before they knew it.
No!
In the blink of an eye, Ace was on the floor. He rolled onto his side, groaning in pain.
Just like knock him out or something.
Lotus ran straight for Junpei. She darted around behind him and stuck her head out, making sure to keep Junpei between herself and Ace.
Oh my god. I don't blame
That was
her.
close.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Too close. Thank you, Seven.
Aw.
Don't mention it.
Seven stood over Ace, his breathing slow and heavy.
Just one punch ain't enough for this piece of shit. After what he did 9 years ago, I ought to rip him to pieces. But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good. Once he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a little chat.
9 years ago? Then you must be...
Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass.
Ace planted his hands on the floor and shook his head.
Oh, so good.
Junpei walked towards him. He stopped and looked down at Ace with pity on his face.
You don't
Ace.
need that.
You killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and Musashido, didn't you?
Wait, Nijisaki?
He peered at Junpei, genuinely confused.
Wait, how would
Right. You don't know yet.
how would he have killed Cap? He would have done it with the axe?
We don't know.
And also why? Like,
We don't know. We'll figure it
yeah,
out.
I guess
but-
so. Okay, sorry.
All right. We'll just go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kubota. You talked to Kubota and managed to convince him to go into door 5 alone. You killed him without making it look like you killed him. The way I figure it, you had 4 motives. 1. In the nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous. Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted. Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital route.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, we know. We
Yeah.
know.
Which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted to remove that threat as soon as possible. 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself, so that you could make use of its power. In fact, you did use it in the murder of Nijisaki.
Yep.
3. Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem. He knew your past. He knew what had happened 9 years before. You needed to silence him before he told anyone. 4. But last, and perhaps the most disturbing, you used Kubota as a test. You wanted to know how serious this nonary game was. Was it truly life or death, or simply a harmless prank? You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen. That was why you killed Kubota.
That last piece of
But
information
he was only the first.
was from the other timeline.
All of that was.
Oh, all of that
Yeah,
was?
Ace
Okay.
monologued about this, but...
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, Junpei's just catching everyone else up.
Yep.
The real question is, was the original nonary game, was the original nonary game fatal, and was this game meant to be fatal? Because one has to assume, I mean, a girl died in the original game, so you
Yeah.
have to say, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But that's a move for an experiment. Like,
Right.
The threat of death is one thing, actual death is something very different.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, holy shit. Because then at that point, if actual death happens, then sort of the experiment is moot. Because then you don't, potentially.
I mean, it just shows that those people weren't able to connect with their partners
right,
as well. Yeah,
right.
I
And
don't
then you
know.
still get results, but it failed.
Anyway.
Okay.
Next was Nijisaki. While everyone was off looking for the missing parts for the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki. Chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake. That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake.
No, that's not... That was Nijisaki? Why? How did...
I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was the blind kid, but his presence made you think. Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me. But if that's true, why isn't he saying anything? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me. Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat. Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of him. That was when you decided you had to kill him. The murder weapon was Kubota's bracelet. You just waved it over the red. Verified your own number and then grabbed Nijisaki's arm and forced it over the scanner panel. Then, when the door
He had
opened,
a bracelet on.
you kicked
Yeah,
him
of
in.
course. That's how he blew up.
But he had a bracelet on, but I guess not a numbered bracelet?
No, it was probably a number 2 bracelet. They probably went and fetched it and gave it back later.
Oh my god. So, that's so wacky that there are like multiple bracelets floating around
Well,
here.
it may just have been Snake's bracelet.
Oh, and then it was put back on Snake?
Yeah, I don't know, but Snake proved that if you don't have a bracelet on, the bomb doesn't go off.
Right, he did. He did.
So.
Yeah, exactly. So, actually, yeah, that's true. It could have just been the same bracelet. So then when he died, Zero could have retrieved it and put it back on Snake. Yeah, okay.
9 seconds later, the door closed. And then 81 seconds passed. And poor Nijisaki was dead.
And you mean to say Snake is still alive?
Oh my god.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. Thank you for killing the wrong man. But I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead. Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you very much.
Well, I wouldn't blame you.
Ace's self-derision was frustrating. But Junpei kept his emotions in check and continued.
Last but not least, let's talk about Musashido's death. When Clover and I were investigating the chart room, you came over to talk to me.
Oh, do you think...
Do you remember what you said?
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
I handed it to you, and you left the room. You had been in charge of the Nonary project. Of course you would have known the solution to every puzzle, which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse. All you had to do was place the watch in the indentation on the door to unlock it.
We did say at the time it was weird because Ace basically had solved that puzzle.
He also
like, whenever we
controlled
left.
the timing of the puzzle.
Yes.
He took things from us for a while. He set when and where we could, solve elements of it. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he just ran that.
With the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters. Musashido was there. Conveniently placed next to him was an axe that practically begged you to kill him with it. You picked up that axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest.
Shit.
One blow was all it took, and then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened.
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
He just solved the puzzle, went in there, found that he was in there and was like, oh fuck. Yeah, and
he's already killed a bunch of people.
Jeez.
It's not like at this point Ace is like, you know what, maybe I won't kill this man.
Right.
Everybody who's posed a threat to him so far, he's killed as quickly and as ruthlessly as possible.
Yeah, that's really true. Yeah.
I had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse.
And then he does it in the other timeline. He
when
does
we
it with
stepped
Clover.
inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote. But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan. Had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down around you. You must have been desperate. But what made you willing to risk it all to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ace.
We weren't paying attention to when we got the pocket watch back.
That's true. Suddenly
Yeah.
we had it back in our pocket.
Yeah, that's really clever.
Oh my
that's
god.
Super clever.
Wow.
That was the only thing Junpei hadn't been able to figure out.
What was Ace's
Musashido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it. But why?
Because of this.
Slowly, Ace reached down and pulled something out of his pocket. It was a folded piece of paper.
What's with the paper?
Just read it.
Junpei took it and opened it.
Let's see.
This was what it said.
Number 1. There are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal. The first is to win the Nonary game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I have prepared a camera in the captain's quarters. The images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world.
Whoa.
Simply look into the camera and repent. Once you have confessed everything, I will release you from this ship. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please. 0.
Whoa.
When I awoke in that room on D-Deck, I found that in my pocket. That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the
He
captain's
knew through
quarters.
the route he could end up
Yeah.
there, yeah.
It's interesting, actually, in Safe Ending that he was willing to not go to the captain's quarters, all things considered.
That's true, yeah.
I mean,
He ultimately does end up there, though.
not. No, he doesn't. He kills Clover to get what she found there.
That's true. That's
but
true.
He doesn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait a minute. Then in that route, he wouldn't have killed Musashita?
Well, no, in that route. Well, somebody did.
Yeah, because
she
he's
got-
dead. Because she gets the bracelet off of him.
I don't know.
What? Oh my god. Are we sure? Are we sure he doesn't end up in there?
No, because he's with us. I don't know the answer to this.
That's weird. Okay. Huh.
As you said, I knew how to enter the
Well,
wheelhouse.
it's also worth noting that in that ending, his goal could have been just to finish the nunnery game. Because,
Right.
he has two options, and
Finish
one
the-
is to go that route, and the other one is to go hard in escaping, and he does. He gets the gun, he does
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My plan was to find the pocket watch before
I'm
anyone
gonna
else.
be real, and I said it when we went in there. I think Clover killed him in that route.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because she
'cause
locked
she
herself...
would have known who he was, too.
Well, she locked herself in that room for a very long time. They heard
Uh-huh.
a scuffle, and she somehow left.
That's
with
true.
the bracelet.
Yeah,
I am gonna say
yeah.
Clover probably
And
killed
maybe
him.
maybe she Zero was intending for Ace to end up in there, potentially to meet up with him.
Yeah, but this was just a different
was a
route.
different route,
and obviously
and-
things were messy and safe route regardless.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
I'm gonna
that's
go
fair.
ahead and say
That it was
there's a very high likelihood that Clover killed that man.
I see. Okay. We don't know what occurred in there whenever she met up with him, but ultimately, yeah.
So she got the bracelet.
She got the bracelet. She came out alive. He was dead.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
If I could, then my alibi would be set. At least, that was the plan. Unfortunately for me, you got to it first. That sleight of hand was the best I could manage on short notice.
You meant to kill him from the beginning then? Musashido, I mean.
I only knew Musashido was the witness after I reached the captain's quarters. I asked him, and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he had only just awoken from sedation.
Yeah, the other-
I suppose Nijisaki was in much
Exactly,
the same
yeah.
state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered him. But yes, you are correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning, even though I didn't know who he was. I proceeded to the captain's quarters in order to remove this so-called witness.
Ace had confessed everything.
Huh.
What energy he had left with him. What energy he had left him with the truth, and he sagged on his knees. I'm sorry, Jesus.
What energy? Oh, wait, that's a weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Although he had confessed his sins were not forgiven. Oh my god. Although he had confessed, his sins were not forgiven.
It's okay.
Junpei felt revulsion for the pathetic man on the floor near his feet. But in among the revulsion was a hint of pity.
I have none.
After all, Ace had not been the only person who murdered those three men. Junpei spoke quietly.
Ace, you figured it out, haven't you? You were being manipulated.
Yes, so it would seem. I was little more than a puppet, in many ways. Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like Snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musashido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back. Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I could have fallen into such a
You got
simple
played
trap.
because you're a sociopath
And also just not super smart.
and dumb.
yeah, just not super intelligent.
But yes, this was a trap. It was Zero's trap. And I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. I did everything he wanted me to do.
Yeah. By manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people and keep the blood off his own hands. All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this nonary game happened. Am I right, Santa?
Junpei looked over at Santa. As Junpei spoke, he stood up, his legs still shaky.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any...
Ain't no point trying to play dumb anymore, Santa. Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki, huh?
Seven's face was sad as he spoke.
My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki. No doubt about it. Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you. But hey, I guess this was all part of your plan, right? After all, the person who planned the nonary game this time around was Zero. And Zero's you.
Looks like you really do have your memories back, huh?
Santa's smile was sarcastic and something else.
Well, I guess there's no
Are
point
you
in hiding
really
it then,
Zero?
huh? Yeah, you got me. I'm Aoi Kurashiki. I was one of the kids in the nonary game 9 years ago. I made it out. So did Snake over there. But there's one thing... No, I guess there's two things you got wrong. Number one,
Oh, it's weird. I caught
What?
his line. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant, like a secretary.
Oh my god!
But an assistant's only an assistant. I didn't come up with all this. All I did was follow Zero's orders.
Then, if you're not Zero, who is?
Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say two things? You made one more mistake. Junpei, you just said, all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this nonary game happened.
Nah.
But that's not it. Revenge isn't the only purpose. There's another reason you guys were playing the nonary game. To save someone.
Save someone?
Right. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
What the hell are you talking about?
What?
Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there. I saw...
Suddenly, Seven froze. His eyes went as wide as dinner plates, and he spun around towards June. Junpei followed his gaze.
What?
She was gone.
What the fuck?
Where June had been, there was nothing.
What the hell? Where is she? Where's Akane Kurashiki?
Seven began to mumble to himself, a strange series of words strung together as if his mind wasn't functioning properly. His face was twisted with effort, as though he were struggling with something they couldn't see. He gritted his teeth and pressed his hands against the sides of his head.
Ugh! Oh, my head! My head, it feels like it's gonna pop!
Seven! What the hell is going on?
I don't know, I just... Oh! I swear to God, my head feels like it's about to explode!
Oh, shit.
From somewhere far away, they all heard a deep, heavy noise. It sounded like a tremendous wheel slowly beginning to turn.
What?
Santa seemed to have entered an almost trance-like state. His words were calm and measured.
What was the Nonary Project? I'm sure you know already, but I'll tell you one more time. It was a project designed to test a particular phenomenon. And what was that phenomenon? For two organisms to communicate with one another in the absence of physical contact. The morphogenetic field theory. Could human beings use these invisible fields to exchange information? That was what this experiment was conducted to determine. There were two separate locations. One was the Gigantic, and the other was a building in Nevada called Building Q. The 9 children trapped in Building Q were faced with numerous puzzles, copies of identical ones on the Gigantic. They were told to send their answers into the morphic field set and transmit them to their brothers and sisters on the Gigantic. The transmitters were put in Building Q, and the receivers were put on the Gigantic. Each sibling pair was supposed to be split up, but there was a mistake.
Yep.
Akane was a transmitter. She should have been in Building Q. However, for some reason, she was placed on the Gigantic with the receivers, like me. Perhaps she was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A. Whatever the case, Akane ended up on the Gigantic. I think I've told you enough. You get it, don't you? I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, Junpei.
Where what is going?
Don't play dumb. You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't. How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nichisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo? And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it?
Well, that's...
The answer to that is easy. He knew because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent him through the morphic field set.
What the fuck?
It's simple, really. How do I know the alternate futures, then? Imagine a river that splits in two, like an upside-down Y. The river flows from the top to the bottom, from a single stream into two branches. It only flows in one direction. It can never flow backwards. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but never flows backwards. That's why people at the river's source, in the past, will never know those downstream in the future. But the people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river. But I am different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens on either fork of the river, even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I?
With the brackets.
I am I, the 9th letter of the alphabet. But I am also 0. No, that's not true. I'm not really 0, not yet. Perhaps you could say I am less than 0. 0 is my future. In 9 years, I will be 0. Where did she go?
What the fuck?
June? No, Akane? Where did you go?
Santa!
Why's Clover? Oh shit.
Freeze.
Santa's got the gun. Guess he picked it up when we weren't watching. Looks like he turned the tables on Ace, though. Wonder how he likes having a gun to his head.
Get up.
What the fuck is happening?
I drew attention to the fact that Junpei's aura is referred to in the third person.
I know!
It's like somebody else was narrating the
know!
whole time.
I know! Oh my god, so the narrator was 0.
Yep.
Oh my god.
So you were only half right. You thought we were 0.
Yes.
That's not true. The narrator is 0.
The narrator.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And we're still on the outside just looking in.
Yep.
Yeah. What the fuck? So 0's the one. So the narrator is 0 who has been observing and passing this information on to June. Well, this is still weird though, because we, the players, are the ones that are collecting this information and making these separate timelines happen.
Yeah, but the narrator's been along the lines with us the whole time.
That's true. That's true, yeah. Mm-hmm. But 0 is still a person.
It seems like it.
It seems like 0 is still a person.
And the person talking to us was 9 years in the past, saying that they would be 0 in 9 years in the future.
Oh my god. So. Holy shit, Gina. This is blowing my mind.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
All right. Sure isn't about to take that gun off him for a minute, is he? Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight. I mean, I don't think he would. I would either, but he just looks drained.
And now...
It's all in first person.
It's all in first person. Now Junpei this is Junpei's narration. Yep. We're in his head.
Yep, for the first time.
Oh, my God.
I guess he's going for the door, huh? He doesn't need to verify to go through that door, but...
Hey, what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing?
He can't get through any numbered doors with just 2 people. What the hell is he thinking?
Didn't I tell you? I'm Santa Claus. It's time for me to go make a wish come true.
Also, Akane is missing. Like, she was just here, and now she's gone, and Santa has admitted he's not 0, but he's working with 0. Mm-hmm. So that also seems to, like, that confirms that 0 is a person in some way. Okay.
That's it? That's all he's gonna give us? What the hell does that even mean? Shit, they're out.
I guess we have been in Junpei's head before, but it's been interspersed with Junpei's head and the narrator.
It was the narrator hearing Junpei's thoughts, though.
Yeah.
That's why they were spoken aloud, whereas this is not spoken aloud. It's different.
Ah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, and now the gate's shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. At least Seven's headache is gone. He seems to be alright. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. Let's see if this door's still open.
Damn. Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon.
Oh, you mean we're trapped?
Can we not?
So it would seem.
Can we not switch to novel mode now? Is it gone? Oh, that's good! Oh, that's so good! Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I saw it switch back over to ADV.
Yeah, it kicked us.
It kicked us out of it.
The narrator doesn't want us anymore.
The narrator is gone!
Yeah.
Oh my god, we've lost the narrator. Holy shit.
Oh, man.
Wow, this is so good.
Well, now that we are rudderless with no narrator,
yeah, we're just floating now.
Yeah, and now that Ace and not Zero, Santa, are gone, they just left.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah, because Ace, he took them out and
they just left.
What the fuck? Okay.
And know it was weird? They were all like, Santa, what are you gonna do? You don't have enough people to verify the dead on the other side. And Santa's like, I don't fucking care. And he just left.
Right. Which seems to imply that there's not a dead on the other side.
Well, we saw the dead in the original game, but...
Oh, that's true.
But maybe it's not important. Maybe anybody can go through this door. We don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, true. And Ace already he's got 3 bracelets on him. Mm-hmm. Plus Santa.
That's true.
So, but I don't know if that's the right number.
What's the third?
Well, doesn't he have 2?
He has 1 and 9.
He's got 1 and 9, and then we've got Santa's bracelet.
0.
Okay.
Well, regardless.
Holy shit.
That was a whole lot that just happened.
Yeah.
Do you want to come back next time and see how we're going to get out of the incinerator?
That sounds good. So it seems like now, like with the river analogy, like the river had split and now it feels like it has rejoined almost. Like that's all I kept thinking was like now we're like there were tributaries and now they've reset or
maybe
like,
it more feels like multi-track drifting.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. But now it's like
wherever we are, I mean, we've been calling this true ending for a while, but to your point, it does feel like this is where everything collapses.
Yeah,
this is where everything joins back up.
And now that everything's collapsed, and then the narrator has left us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird. Yeah, so I guess we'll find out where this is going next time.
Yeah, and maybe even help Santa save his sister.
I hope so. I wish I could understand what we're trying to help her with.
Yeah,
the deal is, but I'm assuming that we'll find out along the way. So, All right, we'll see you next time, guys.
Bye, folks.